The Menominee Nation is cracking down on a drug crisis on the tribe's reservation. NBC 26's Noel Friel shows us why tribal leaders say they're taking action to save lives.
It's a crisis that, for one Menominee tribal legislator, hits close to home.
I lost a daughter to drugs. I lost a grandson to drugs.
Myrna Warrington says the tribe lost 4 young people to drugs just in the past year. Now, they're taking action.
Our hopes are that this will get to the people that are selling these drugs, and they'll know that they can no longer come on our reservation if they continue to do this to our people.
The tribe updated its drug ordinance to include banishment as a possible punishment for distributing or selling illegal drugs on the reservation. According to the ordinance, those involved in distributing illegal drugs could face banishment for 1 year for first offenses, 2 years for second offenses, and lifetime banishment for a third. Those who distributed drugs that cause an overdose death will also face lifetime banishment.
Our tribal police officers that we have back home, they're busy 24/7. Trying to keep the drugs off the street, trying to keep them out of the children's hands. So as a tribal leader, we're talking about this daily. As a tribal president, I probably get 4 to 5 calls a week looking for help.
Leaders like Warrington say the drug crisis has affected the tribe's younger population in particular.
I wish I knew 9 years ago what I know now. They would still be here with me.
She hopes this action will stop others from sharing her story.
This is what I'm trying to prevent with our other families in our community, is to stop the deaths so people don't have to have this pain, this loneliness, guilt.
In Ashwaubenon, Noel Friel, NBC 26.
Tribal leaders will hold an emergency meeting Saturday to discuss further actions to address the crisis. New developments tonight. A Door County jury has been selected for the trial of Richard Pierce, the man accused of killing his wife more than 40 years ago. Pierce faces a charge of first-degree homicide for the death of his wife, Carol Jean, who disappeared in September of 1975. The trial is scheduled to start April 19th and last 16 days. Ice shoves are back and are doing damage along Lake Winnebago. Take a look at this incredible video. Winds pushed piles as high as 10 feet into homes along the shore. Well, some years are worse than others for homeowners, but ice shoves are expected every spring. It's definitely one of the bad years. And to the north, many rivers are swelling with spring runoff. This is a look at the Oconto River today. The National Weather Service has issued a flood warning for both the Oconto and Peshtigo rivers. Let's turn things over to Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland. And Cam, that heavy rain has made an impact. Will those rivers keep continuing to rise?
Yes, Nina, they will. In fact, we've had some additional rivers get closer to flood stage since the 5 p.m. newscast. You can see everywhere we have a yellow dot, that is a river that is approaching flood stage. Once again, we do have a river flood warning here for the Oconto River in Oconto, and we're also looking at a river flood warning for the Peshtigo River in Marinette County. Still a few lingering sprinkles and flurries out there right now, but drier weather is working in from the north. In fact, skies are now clearing out across northern Wisconsin. Excuse me, and we'll see some of that clearing work in here later on this evening into tonight. Nina?
Thanks, Cameron. Today, the U.S. Postal Service announced it has placed its first order of the new delivery vehicles with Oshkosh Defense. Referred to as the next generation delivery vehicles, the initial order is for 50,000 vehicles and is valued at nearly $3 billion. The vehicles are intended to be more energy efficient. Oshkosh Defense, a subsidiary of Oshkosh Corporation, says it will not make the vehicles in Wisconsin, but rather in South Carolina. Production is expected to begin in 2023. And today, Governor Tony Evers announced a new state grant totaling $9.4 million for 6 harbor projects across Wisconsin. The Port of Green Bay is set to receive just over $1 million to stabilize the existing shoreline located at the mouth of the Fox River. Project officials say they hope to have the site redeveloped in the next 2 years.
Right now, we're focused on basically just getting that site to the point where it can be a blank slate for a terminal to come in and start bringing material there.
The city of Kewanee is also expected to receive $249,000 to replace pile cluster moorings along the city dock near Harbor Park. Well, still ahead here at 6, a Wisconsin woman is working to get compensated for lost luggage. We'll tell you why there may be a loophole on what's covered and what's not.
And with highs only in the 30s to around 40 degrees, it was another chilly day, and even colder weather is moving in. I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast coming up next.
And now your weather with Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland, featuring the 3-degree guarantee. Sponsored by Capital Credit Union.
We have just completed a weather 180 here in northeast Wisconsin after our second driest start to a new year on record. January and February only receiving 3/4 of an inch of precipitation. Here during the month of March, we have now had nearly 4.5 inches of precipitation, making it the 5th wettest March on record. But the brand new drought monitor just in today shows no change with the drought conditions that we are experiencing.